365 Days of Horsemanship, day 89 and day 90. Yeah, pretty good days, really. I think definitely deciding to start the self-study, the theory study, has been really helpful for me. Because, so yesterday I came up and I did my half an hour of reading, and I definitely feel like it puts me in a really great space. And actually it's something that I probably will try to take on for a while. I'm really enjoying it. Because I think it just inspires me and it gives me things to think about, things to work on. And then I come to see the horses and I'm reminded of, the things to be grateful for and the opportunities that I have, and just keeps me in that positive mindset, which is really important. So I came yesterday and I read my half an hour. And yesterday I was reading about training the basic aids and training the lateral and the impulsion through the legs, and then leaning through the weight in the seat. And that was interesting. There were definitely some things there to be clarified. And actually one thing I would say about the basic training of the young horse book is that it has some really great diagrams in it that really make it very obvious how you're supposed to use your body, which is really great for me, because that's always what I want. Is I always want those really clear directions where it's like, put this here and put this here and put this here and expect that. And if you don't get that, then work out why and bring it to the point where you have that. And so that's very easy for me to understand. And I think that I would highly recommend those diagrams. So I'm probably going to do like a longer review piece about that book, as I'll probably do for all the books I read while I'm doing this project. So yeah, so that'll be good, because I'll talk about that a little bit more there. But it was nice. I had a nice long massaging session with Lawrence yesterday, which went really well. Definitely, I think I'm starting to get a little bit more okay with the concept of doing the same thing over and over again. And I do think that here is a good place to practice that. It's a good opportunity to do the same thing for a long time in the maximum amount of motivation. I have the maximum amount of freedom here, because I'm definitely starting to get to a place where I feel like I need to expand and I need to experience different things in different environments and different horses. I need to find some opportunities in order to do that. And definitely when I'm in those places, I'm going to be less free. And I think it's important, Rainer Klimke talks in his book about, he puts it, you put an inexperienced rider on an experienced horse and an experienced rider on an inexperienced horse. And I definitely think that, while I wouldn't say that I'm an inexperienced horseman, I think it's probably fair to say on the spectrum of riders that I'm relatively inexperienced. I haven't had any classical dressage training yet, although I know the theory and the principles. I've had, less than 50 hours of tuition in that respect. And in terms of riding, I think I have the understanding and the knowledge. What I don't have is the muscle memory and the experience and the feel. And so I think that's something that is really important for me to get to know where I'm heading to be a better leader for my horses. And so I need to go and find some experienced horses. So how I do that, I'm not really sure yet, but I think that's on the horizon for me, which is exciting. I'm not really sure what that will look like yet, but it's something that definitely I think I've pinned on the board for like medium-term goals. And I think I'm determined to make it happen, so that's good. So yesterday I came and I massaged with Lawrence, and things went well, and we played a little bit with the halter, and again things seemed better. It seemed again like he was getting this idea that the point of the game is when Lucy brings the halter, I touch the halter and then flow happens. And so that was good. And we didn't get into any sticky spots where he was walking away for a long time. So that was good. And then I walked around a bit with Mia in the school, just because she happened to be in there actually. And and it was nice. It was really nice to just, reconnect with her in there and have like an easy time. yeah, and I came up today. I've been after a 12-hour shift, which is why I'm a little like loopy. And we were late off by an hour as well, so it's 13 hours in the end. So I have an excuse to be yawning today. I know I yawn all the time, but today I have a good excuse. And so I came up today just wanting to have a quick session and just enjoy the horses. I just really wanted to come up and just enjoy their presence. And I definitely had a lovely time with Lawrence. I actually had a lovely time with both of them. I had a lovely time with Lawrence. We just massaged and cuddled, and it was very like easygoing, very relaxed, very organic. I wasn't really too worried about everything being perfect, and I do think that there's something in that as well, you know, like it's so easy to say like, oh, like to get so focused on everything being exactly perfect, and then you kind of lose the magic of the conversation, of the moment. And definitely today I felt that I just had the moment, and I just came and I hung out with him, and I still felt like I had a really good time, you know, so maybe I need to stop being such a perfectionist all the time. And then I came to Mia, and Mia was quite interested in me, which was really nice. She was quite interactive. She looked up quite a lot as I was approaching a few times. She looked up, and then she decided to come over, did a little bit of scratching, and then she was really itchy under her belly. I like massaged her a little bit, trying to look for a good spot, because today I was really just looking for a good thing and then wanting to leave, because I didn't have a lot of time. And then she ended up being really itchy under her tummy, and so I itched her there, and she absolutely loved it. Big lick and chew, and she looked towards me with a really soft expression, and so I left it there. So it was definitely another nice day, another nice, you know, brick to build the foundation of a relationship. I definitely feel like I think I'm like, how many bricks do I need? Like, how long is this going to take before I'm like, you know, able to jump on and do, you know, Tempe flying lead changes? And I think that's where what I'm missing is that leadership and that direction where I know where we're going. Because I think it's very difficult to know when you're ready to do something that you don't know what it takes to do. And I think when you don't know what it takes to do it, and you're learning as well, then you require double the amount of relationship, because you need to have enough in the bank, both for them to try something new and for you to try something new with them, and to trust you while you make mistakes, and for you to make mistakes that are going to make it more difficult for them, and for you guys to come through that together. And so I think that, you know, lack of experience definitely puts more pressure on the relationship. And I think with time, you know, if you have the right timing and you have the right attitude, then you can build a really beautiful relationship. But I think that definitely the opportunities that are available to me right now are pointing me in the direction that I could be going and getting some experience elsewhere, and bringing that back to my horses and allowing them to reap the rewards of that. So that's what I'm kind of thinking at the moment. I think it's good to keep practicing this mindset where I'm just accepting doing the same thing every day. I think that's really good training for me. I definitely think that I need a little bit more consistency in my life if I'm going to be successful. And yeah, it was a really nice session. I'm really happy that I came today. I'm really, really so happy that it's day 90. And I mean, that's 3 months, you know, that's 3 months. It's a quarter of a year. Like, we're a quarter of the way through now, give or take. And yeah, and I've set so many good habits now, and I just like a 13-hour day, you know, and I'm tired, and there are so many days where I would have not come, or thought about not coming. I would have said, you know what, I don't want to do horsemanship today, I just want to go home. You know, I'm really grateful, I'm really lucky here that my horses are taken care of, and that I don't need to come every day, because, you know, they're fed, they're watered, they're happy, they're safe. And the only reason that I need to be here is to do horsemanship with them. But I definitely now, today, you know, I did my 13-hour day, and the first thing I did was great. I went home, I got changed, straight to see the horses. Not even a second thought, because this is where my happy place is now. And yeah, I just get so much out of it just being with them for that short time, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for that. And I think, you know, if that's where I've come in 90 days, you know, where am I going to be in another 90 days? Where am I going to be when I'm halfway? And I think that maybe I do just need to have that little bit of patience, because if I think about where I am now compared to where I was at the start, and if I think that I'm, you know, making that same change again, that same amount of change again, then that's amazing. It's more than I can ever imagine. And really, when I started this, I think even getting to this place is more than I could ever imagine. So I'm really happy. I am really happy. And I think I just need to keep focusing on those things. And I'm excited to see what comes in the next 3 months.